want to see whether there'll be an end to that.
Chair, maybe last one on transport, whether also the governor did a public participation on before he changed.
Senator Kibiru?
Chair, now that
the terminals and the matatu.
No, we are giving you time to prepare your response. Senator Kibiru?
Now that we have gone into the preliminary, to extend the preliminaries, two things, just, Governor. You could tell us something about your revenue correction as a county and the issues of the Jabo Pay, and you could also highlight in brief what is happening at Pumwani Hospital.
On Jumbo Pay, Senator Kibiru, it's a substantive issue in the Auditor General's report. Let's deal with it when we look at the Auditor General's report. So, Governor, you can manage in 5 minutes to respond to those issues. Proceed.
Mr. Chair, on the issue of billboards raised by Senator Omanga, nominated from Nairobi, actually I was expecting you, honorable senators, to compliment me for that. Because I also put your images on those.
Wrong names.
I think that we will deal with our printer.
Governor, you must convince us, because in our view it was misapplication of public funds. I have no business having my photo on the road along Mombasa
Mr.
Road.
Chair, let me say this. I think there is also a communication breakdown, because the first time it was aired by Citizen saying public funds have been spent. I think the auditors now are working on 2017-2018 audit queries. Let me say this. I have never, ever used a coin from the public coffers or from the taxpayers' money for the beautification process, for the beautification program. For the billboards we have put along the Mombasa Road, we have not spent even a coin from the taxpayers' money, from the county accounts. I say a big no on that. However, let me say this. Maybe I was misunderstood, but I thought I was promoting our counties in the spirit of promoting devolution, Mr. Chair. I remember the last time we had a devolution conference in Kakamega, images of governors were all over the streets of Kakamega. And not only senators, we put images of governors of each and every county, senators of each and every county, the national government's cabinet. Yeah, that is what I did. And I did not spend, my answer is I did not spend public money for this.
Governor,
because
let's be serious.
Yeah.
There is an image on Mombasa Road,
yes,
of Senator Wamatangi, Senator for Kiambu.
Yes.
That thing did not create itself.
Yes.
It was created, some money was spent on it. If you didn't spend public funds, how was that work executed?
That work was, it is just I'm a philanthropist, Mr. Chair. And my work is known. And that, being a philanthropist, it's working for me. People are saying, I like...
Are you saying you use your personal resources?
Because to me, the beautification program...
No, Governor, let's be structured.
Yes.
On the billboards of senators and all other characters on Mombasa Road, you are saying you've taken an oath.
Yes.
You are saying before Parliament that you used your money as Governor Sonko, not Nairobi County.
What is wrong by promoting my former colleagues?
So you are confirming that you used your personal resources.
It was a pilot project.
And it has gone on record.
To me, yes, it is a pilot.
And Auditor General, we want you, when you're doing your audit for this current financial year, to inquire on that particular matter so that we can confirm beyond any reasonable doubt what the Governor has submitted to this committee. Then we move to number 2 on beautification of Nairobi.
Beautification, Mr. Chair, is also a pilot project. I've never spent a coin from the county. You can request for a special audit to be done by the Auditor General. Whether it's an offense, but I have used my resources because Nairobi is in my heart. Nairobi is in my blood. There was a similar beautification program when President Obama was visiting Kenya. And remember that time, millions of taxpayers' money was spent. From the county, I think around 55 million was spent. From the national government, over 200 million was spent. But this is just a pilot project, Mr. Chair. We want to transform Nairobi. We want to, airport, Mombasa Road, Uruai Way, is the main entry and exit point our dignitaries use when they come to Nairobi.
Governor, on the first issue,
yes,
which, because you've taken an oath,
yes,
I have no doubt that you are saying the truth, because you swore to say the truth and nothing but the truth. So how much, Governor, how much did it cost you? Governor, how much did it cost you to do the billboards? Because it came from you. If it's your money, you must know.
One billboard is just a sticker with glue.
How much did it cost you to do this philanthropy?
Less than 300 bob, Kenya shillings.
No, in total. Because when I use my own money, I always know how much I spend.
It is less than 100,000 to do the portraits.
So you spent 100,000 of personal resources.
And Mr. Chair, with all the due respect, allow me to answer a question. Don't make this Jeff Koinange debate.
No,
you
Governor.
Ask a question, I have to respond.
Governor,
and also I need protection because we also have the mandate of protecting the interests of the country.
Order, Governor. We must structure ourselves, because if we don't, we'll turn this into a political event. And yet, we've got a very specific mandate. So on the billboards,
yes,
you confirm that you spent 100,000 of your personal resources. On beautification, which you have said you are using personal resources. No, I just want you to confirm, how much have you spent of your personal resources on beautification? Can you make sure you're on?
Let me go to the senator's question before we take another question. Yes. You also need to protect the counties, Mr. Chair. Don't just release questions.
Governor, proceed.
My answer to the senator is this. And you allow me to give explanation of every question asked. Even when you go to court,
you are spending your time. You are spending your time poorly. Just respond.
1 square meter of grass. A square meter is just like this file. My predecessor used to buy it at 400 bob. I source grass from Kajiado. From Olkalau at 20 bob. This is just a pilot project. If it works, then we are going to factor that in our next budget, so that we proceed with the beautification program. But for now, it is just a pilot project, and I'm using my funds for that. The only thing that the county is doing, we were given an approval by the County Public Service Board and our treasury to hire casuals. I went to benchmark in Dubai. Immediately I was sworn in with the president. I wanted to know why Dubai, and let's speak an example of Kigali here in Africa. I wanted to know why Kigali is the cleanest city in Africa. So I spent some days there. Nikaangalia the streets, how Kigali are doing it. Tukapata Kigali in one street, for instance, Bunyala Road. Bunyala, let's say now Stadium roundabout, all the way to the Bunyala Road roundabout. They put there like 7 casuals to take care of the unclogging of drainages, picking of litter, maintaining the grass, flowers, including watering the grass, watering the flowers, putting fertilizer to maintain the green in the grass and the flowers. So I was just trying to implement whatever I benchmark in Kigali to see if it will work. And I've seen the result that it's working. So in our next budget, we are going to factor in that point of beautification of our CBD and Nairobi in general. And I'm not concentrating in Nairobi only, Mr. Chair. We are now along the Langata Road, Bunyala Road, Lusaka Road. We have gone to Buruburu. We are intending to turn the entire Nairobi green.
So, Governor, you still maintain that for beautification you are using personal resources?
This is a pilot project, Mr. Chair.
It's pilot, yes, but who's financing it? The county?
No, for now, for the purchase of flowers and grass, we are not using the county budget. It is my own budget.
So what we'll do, because you've taken an oath, and I expect that you're saying the truth. I have no doubt about that.
You can order for
we'll request the Auditor Generals to interrogate that, because there's nothing wrong using public funds to beautify Nairobi. There's nothing wrong.
But it was not in our budget.
But if you insist it's personal, yes, that's okay. We shall leave it at that. Clerk will do a formal letter to Nairobi County so that what the governor stated can also be supported through correspondence. Could we move to number 3 on Urban Areas and Cities Act, the question asked by Senator Omanga?
Yeah, the Senator talked about Section 28 of the Urban and Cities Act. I'm aware about it. It was passed when I was a member of this House. And let me confirm that Nairobi, we don't have a city manager. And we are going to do it through the normal process. I think the PFM Act is very clear, the Constitution is very clear. When you want to get a city manager, what are the procedures to be done? And we are going to do that in very soon, Mr. Chair. We are going to involve our County Public Service Board to do an advertisement to that, and then we shall soon have one.
You are aware that it is a
yes,
legal requirement. It's in the County Governments Act. It's in the Urban Areas Act. Yes. What time frame are we dealing with?
I need like 2 months.
2 months.
Yes.
So within, clerk, let's also track that. Within 2 months, we need to get an update.
After advertising.
Yes, an update from the county on that. Because it's extremely important. Yes. There's a reason why it was put there. And Nairobi being a city, we don't want to entertain this conversation people are having, that Nairobi should go back to another entity. As a Senate, we must defend and protect counties. I personally don't support that idea of saying that Nairobi goes to national government. But as Nairobi, people are going to entertain those ideas. Yeah, so I know at another level we'll be discussing issues of your order. If you listen to me, you might learn at least one thing.
Yes.
The Urban Areas and Cities Act. You have committed in 2 months. You are setting up the city board. That has gone on record. And Senator Omanga, I think as a senator coming from Nairobi, it's something that we'll need to follow up to ensure that it is complied with. And then the final one was on the medical equipment scheme. Your broad views on it. We have sought views from every governor who has come before us. Is it working for Nairobi? Or is it value for money? Or is it something that needs to be revisited?
Somehow, I may say we compliment the national government. His Excellency the President is playing a very big role in this, and we are appreciating him in a very big way. There are some equipments which were leased during my predecessor's time. During my time, I have not leased any equipments. What we are doing is we are trying to change the face of all our major hospitals within the county. For instance, Pumwani, there was a very big issue there, and we are addressing it. And about the new equipments, we have not leased any new equipments. Only for there are some programs which I found there, and we agreed to proceed with all these important programs. For instance, at Mama Lucy Hospital, we have our own oxygen plant generating oxygen to all our hospitals. Instead of buying oxygens, we just do the piping in all the wards so that patients get oxygen direct from the piped walls. And then Bagathi District Hospital, we recently launched a renal center.
Chair, maybe the governor. Chair, I'm sorry to interrupt. We are talking about this the equipment list from the national government. The one we are leasing, even the lead and trolleys. Maybe if we have this whatever from health.
Will be captured. I recently raised it. The 94 million you're talking about was misappropriated.
Chair, just to clarify this, Chair, hold on 1 second.
Maybe this could help us.
I don't think the governor understood the question. The question is very clear. We have an issue of the MES, Medical Equipment Services, where the national government and if you can go and answer national government and then sent to the county government based on that memorandum of understanding signed by your predecessor? So if you can just answer those two questions, it will help us proceed.
The only help we received from the national government was the Cuban doctors. We do not, number one, we do not spend money at source.
Yeah, probably. No, Governor, we want to help you. We want to help you. This is not an issue of... it is very important that the governor even allows the CC for finance to confirm that. Because we have had an issue. So when we were with the CS, the government is deducting money from the south.
I think you have issues with other counties. But Nairobi...
Governor, it is across 47 counties, and a circular was sent. I don't know whether the CEC finance will be able to...
be the next governor of Nairobi. And she's putting words into my mouth.
Order, Governor. Governor, you shall not impute improper motive on any member of this committee. So, back to the managed equipment scheme. It is not an interrogation. We are on your side. We called CS Sicily last week, and we have reinvited her to come and shed light on this. On the list of items that she brought to us, there are all sorts of things, and Nairobi has received the bulk of them. We discussed with your Senator Sakaja, that it would be important for us to walk around the hospitals and just confirm that the items on that schedule have been installed and they are functional. So this was not a question to put you on the spot. This is really to get your views as a governor, whether it's working for you. And if it is, because all the other governors who have come here have said it's a rip-off. But if it's working for Nairobi, then it shall go on record that Nairobi is comfortable with the Ministry of Health procuring these items at the price of 200 million a year.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Let me respond to that. I'm on oath. I don't want to mislead this House. We have not remitted any coin.
It is not you remitting.
Actually, before you get your allocation, it's already deducted. You didn't. It's now the CC for finance.
Let me admit we are not able to confirm that unless we check our exchequer balances. We have a CC, but that has never happened, Mr. Chair. It has never happened in Nairobi. Maybe other counties.
Let us surprise you. Chair. Every county, we passed the County Allocation of Revenue Act, CARA, and you passed 5 of them when you're in this house. Every CARA in the first 5 years had 94 million allocated to counties. In the last financial year, CARA has 200 million. So Nairobi County is being billed 200 million. Whether you see it, whether you write a check or not, that money is being deducted from your allocation. And I think it's something, it needs to pain you, Governor, that 200 million, because I'm sure you can do a lot of things. You can even do much more than what the national government is doing. Senator Wamatangi,
buying the lily and trolley instead of listening.
Senator Wamatangi?
I think the concept, Governor, you are responding to, this matter has 2 concepts. The first is what you are answering to. The effect of having the equipment. Has it helped your people? Is it better off when do your patients in the hospitals around Nairobi have a better time? Let me just finish, Governor. Then that is one aspect, because the automatic response from most of the governors, if you have X-ray in Turkana where it was not there, it's better for the people. If you have it wherever, it is better. But the question is, the method that was used then to procure that equipment and give the equipment to counties. That has been the question. And so that is why it has been posed to you. Have you witnessed yourself in your reign that kind of money has been deducted for your account or not?
Under my administration, no, the money has not been deducted. It used to happen during the previous administration. And it is subject to the next audit query, because already the money that was set aside for this was misappropriated. Suspects have been charged in court.
Governor, you're answering the wrong question.
Governor,
you are answering the wrong question. And I told you not to be like Lot's wife. You will become a pillar of salt soon.
Chair, just allow me. Let me just advise the governor. I think this is a very important issue. And since you said you're a team player, involve your finance team. Involve your legal team. Just hold on. I'm on the floor. No. My advice to you would be this, because we will sit here, and from where I sit, it's like you have no clue of what we're talking about. So to make it easier for you to understand and to help the people of Nairobi, this is something which you ought to take, to follow up. Go find out before you receive your allocation, is 200 million shillings deducted or not? Because this is a service that we have to pay for it.
So members, do we settle it at that? Because I don't get the feeling that the governor has the relevant, all the facts to respond to this matter. It was supplementary. Probably would have prepared better if you would have sent an advance question. But it's something that you need to be seized of.
But as we conclude that way, then it is coming out very clearly that this thing is a mystery. Because the governors who come here, not just the governor for Nairobi, everybody is talking about their own issues. Nobody understands what all this thing is. So let it go on record that this thing needs to be cleared. If the users of the services are not sure how it is administered or how money is deducted, then we are dealing with a mystery.
Fine. Cicely is coming before us, must be either this week or next week, and we want to, and we'll tell her that we sat with the governor for Nairobi, and we'll report what you have said.
May I, at this point, Mr. Chair, invite one of my officers who used to be there. He's been in the county for the last 15 years. To shed more light on that, but I've consulted him, he said there is nothing of the sort.
Oh, okay.
Can Mr. Lebo take over the mic?
Could you do in 3 minutes, max?
Honorable Chair, thank you, Excellency the Governor. I think the matter in question is very, very pertinent and cardinal because health services provision for all Kenyans is very, very critical to ensure that we have a healthy nation and healthy people. The matter was actually done through national government, and we want to confirm that in Nairobi.
Governor, I'll indulge you because I was told not to stop a man who's rushing to the washrooms. Some things might happen. So you can take a break and we will wait for you. Yeah, we will not proceed in your absence. So is 5 minutes long enough? Okay.
Yes. So at what point you just as the agreement said that we start visiting?
Oh, you don't have the
Nairobi is saying they don't have the
Where's your system for help? Wait, no, that's not true. We have the list.
But no, you see, something doesn't stand up. No, but it is not just
Yes, sir. Okay, unataka tumeje. Haya. Naomba tufungue.